Hey guys, WisteriaMoon here, and today I am here with none other than JULIAN2 and Bepper.
Hello. And apparently Wootmoo.
Wootmoo, aka Ken Bone over here, who's randomly interrupting. Get out, Wootmoo. Get out! Wootmoo is the hottest jammer ever, except he needs to go. Yeah, that's right. Go cry, Wootmoo. I know. I'm such a mean jammer. So today, guys, we have a very special treat for you. Today is a very unique day in Jama's history. Today is the first Animal Jam presidential debate. So basically, last week, in honor of Election Day, we hosted the first ever Animal Jam election for presidency. As you can see, the runners were myself, WisteriaMoon, Bepper, JULIAN2, Animal Jammer 330, Snowy Claw, and Twinkle0122. I'm at the top of the polls because I'm the coolest, but the reason why Bepper and JULIAN2 have won the primaries, which is the initial round of voting, is because the polls technically closed at 5:00 p.m. on November 9th, and at the time, I was not leading the polls. I was in third, and it was Bepper and Julian at the top. So, because of that, Bepper and Julian are our final candidates for the primaries, and now they will be facing off in Animal Jam's first ever election. So that's right, one of these two jammers is gonna be your next Animal Jam president. One of these jamas, as Gabby Wild would say. Basically, how this is going to work is, I ask a question, then one opponent gets 30 seconds to respond, then the next one gets 15 seconds to come up with a response, and then the next person gets 15 seconds to come up with a response to the response. It's pretty great, guys, alright? And it is also very, very intense, so get ready for some true intensity over here. First question is from Rose15232. What will you do to try to get rid of the hackers and scammers in Animal Jam? Alright, Bepper, you have 30 seconds starting now.
Okay, well, you see, you can't really get rid of the hackers and scammers in Animal Jam, but I will be working to prevent the scammers and hackers of Animal Jam. I'll be giving people, oh my god, this is so frustrating.
Hurry, Bepper, hurry! You have 10 seconds.
Okay, I would work on prevention of hackers and scammers, and,
3,
once a person is hacked or
2,
scammed, not
1.
much can be done.
Alright, Julian, it's your turn. Starting now.
First, in response to Bepper, I would argue that she gave no platform of how she would actually do that, which is not very helpful to the community. Now, into my point, where I believe that if someone is caught hacking or scamming, they should just be banned for life. I believe that this is an
Stop. Okay. Banned for life, Julian. Wow,
yeah,
that is some harsh punishment.
Banned for life. You need 15 seconds to refute, and then 30 seconds to give your answer.
Oh, and 30 seconds to give your answer.
You know what? This is an Animal Jam debate, okay? It's different than real life debate.
Yeah, Julian, this is hardcore. Alright, we'll give you another 15 seconds to come up with your answer. Alright, does that make you feel better?
Right.
Starting now.
Alright, I believe that scammers should not be let off with warnings, and that there should always be a suspension every time that someone is caught scamming, and that all help tickets should be taken seriously. And if there is legitimate proof that someone was hacking, it should be an instant ban for life, and there shouldn't be any sort of warning or suspension period, because
okay, Julian. Okay.
Wow,
Thank you.
You just interrupted me.
Yes, I did, because you know what? The 15 seconds is up, alright? And this is hardcore Animal Jam debating, alright? So, Bepper, we're gonna give you 15 seconds to respond to Julian. Starting now.
Once a person is scammed or hacked, not much can be done. I do side with Julian, however, with the fact that we should ban them, or if they're hackers, or suspend them if they're just scammers. Also, I will focus on prevention of hacking and scamming. I will let everyone know how to be avoiding being scammed or hacked, and I'll make sure Jama is a safer place.
Okay, thank you, Bepper. Some quality answers here. Julian, this next question will be good for you. Are you ready? Tealdrops_AJ asks, what will you do to popularize underwater lands? Starting now.
Well, I think the first solution is just adding an underwater diamond shop. I think Animal Jam can make a ton of money off of it, and I think it would draw people down there, because right now we don't have enough information and features that are exclusive to the underwater. I also think that it would be great to add something like an underwater epic wonders, where there are really cool items, and I think it would be great if we could have items that went in both underwater and land, so that people could translate their land items to the underwater, and it would be more of a smooth transition in between the two lands.
That was a great answer, and very timely. Good job, Julian. Alright, so Bepper, you now have 15 seconds to come up with a refute to Julian, and then another 15 seconds to express your personal ideas. Starting now.
Okay, all you're talking about is how Animal Jam can make money off underwater, and about how there can be a new diamond shop. They're asking about how can we repopularize it, not just make money off of of it. Also, that'd just be members for members, because as we know at the land diamond shop, that's already mostly for members only.
Get another 15 seconds to come up with your plan starting now.
I would just try hosting underwater contests, just like we have land contests with the news crew and all that. I'd say put that into the water. Make people want to go there, not add new things, but make things that are there already useful to Jamal right now.
Good job, Bepper. All right, now we are moving on to the next question, and this one will be asked to Bepper. Raven Titan 23 asks, how will you stop non-member discrimination? You have 30 seconds to answer starting now.
For one, I'll make sure we get more non-member animals as well as pets, dens, items, and diamond shop sales, because as we know already, members have a lot of things in the diamond shop, and mostly it's just plushies for non-members. I will try my hardest to make sure text writing in jamograms will open up to non-members, because as we know, that's been tested like forever. And that's how I would help that situation there.
All right, good answer. And now we're going to be giving Julian 15 seconds to come up with a review starting now.
Well, actually, Bepper, you totally ignored the question. The question was discrimination, not how would you give non-members more content. The question is rather, how would you make it so that members are less hateful towards non-members, which you completely ignored.
Wow, Julian, bring in the heat. Okay, so we're going to give you 15 seconds to propose a solution.
I think that there should be no differentiation between non-member and member name tags, and that in order to tell if someone is a member or a non-member, you'd actually have to click on their name tag, and there would be a member or non-member little key or something in the top corner like we have, but on an actual name tag, it wouldn't say anything.
Okay, so Bepper, you now have 15 seconds to refute Julian starting now.
Okay, first of all, discrimination doesn't just mean that other people are discriminating against it. Basically, AGHQ is kind of discriminating against non-members in the sense that they're not giving non-members more rights as they should be given. Also, just saying, they're kind of...
Okay, time is up. This debate is getting pretty intense. I don't know what about you guys, but I think this is some intense stuff. We gotta come up with a really good question now. We gotta get something spicy, alright? Julian, this next question goes out to you. Divergent Games asks, as a citizen of Jamal, what do you believe should be changed ASAP? Your time starts now.
I think non-member rights are a big deal, and I don't just mean in the big picture things, but I mean in little simple inconveniences. Like I think non-members should be allowed to pull up the chat and see what's been said recently and be able to have access to free chat. I think that's the most pressing issue that faces Jamal today because it's just an inconvenience.
Very good point. So you have a little bit of time left, but we're going to be resetting that. Bepper, it is now your turn to respond to what Julian said. You have 15 seconds starting now.
I totally agree. Non-member rights is a huge problem in Animal Jam. We don't really have many of them. And if I won, most of my presidency would be about changing Jamal from a very member-centric world to a place where non-members have a few more rights, such as owning more pets or owning more animals or more dens.
Now you have another 15 seconds to talk about your own personal views starting now.
Also, I want to try to get some new features into the game that we'd all agree upon, that people have wanted for a while. And I wouldn't just focus on all that stuff either. I would also just want to help out people of the community, artists, bloggers, video makers, and just the average jammer. I would want to help.
Julian, you have 15 seconds to respond to Bepper starting now.
So your point is you agree with me and you want to help people in general. Do you have any specific ways that you want to do that at all?
All right. Well, very interesting ending to that question anyways. So the next question goes to Bepper, and this question comes from Charm300. She asks, would you lower the number of diamond shop items and why? Your time starts now.
No, I wouldn't, just because I feel like a lot of people enjoy them. Also, it is how AGHQ makes their money, and they do have to run a game here, but I would hire the items and make more of them for non-members because we're seeing a lot of them just for members currently. I think the only non-member items in the diamond shop are plushies, and not a lot of people want those. We want item sets and stuff like that.
Wow, Julian. Wow, just wow. Julian, we will give you 15 seconds to explain why Bepper is wrong, starting now.
Well, first of all, actually, there are plenty of non-member items in the diamond shop. I mean, I would expect you to educate yourself on that before you came to the debate. There's the mirror waterfall, and there are certain claws in games. And I actually think non-members have plenty of items in the game.
Bring in the heat again, Julian. All right, so we're going to give you another 15 seconds to propose your thoughts on this question, starting now.
Actually, I think the bigger issue is not in the items, but it's in the animals. I think that the new items that Animal Jam should give to non-members in the Diamond Shop should be animals. I think that they should have access to more than just pigs in terms of diamonds, because it's actually something to save up for and to get them excited about getting the member animals. And so I think rather than the items, we should give them animals.
Bepper, you get 15 seconds to respond to Julian starting now.
Okay, I believe we should have more things in the diamond shop, but have them easier to get, such as maybe instead of having things cost 5 diamonds or sets of clothes cost like 10 diamonds altogether, I think they should only cost like 1 or 2 diamonds each. That way it's much easier for us to get them and enjoy them.
All right, good point. So we are going to end on this final question, which I think is a great question. This one will be asked to Julian. It comes from AmazingGirl2002_AJ. She asks, why do you think you are fit to, quote, govern Animal Jam? Your time starts now.
Well, I think every single day I've tried to upload videos that really honestly talk about my experience playing Animal Jam and how I think the game could be better, or problems that I see in the game currently. And I try to stray as far away from the kind of comedic aspect of things as possible, and really focus on how the game can improve every single day. And that's the mission of my channel. I don't think that anyone else could really say that they do that on a consistent channel in their basis, or show the level of dedication to Animal Jam and making Animal Jam better that I have. And I think that is why I would make a good Animal Jam president.
All right, so Bepper, you get 15 seconds to refute this starting now.
Okay, what about the time you quit Animal Jam? You weren't showing dedication then. Burn. Anyway, okay. No, I've been playing for 4 years straight. I know this game just as well as Julian has. I mean, I did join a bit later in the game, but I definitely have a really good understanding of what people want.
All right, so you get 15 seconds to offer why you would be fit to govern starting now.
I don't think Animal Jam is all about fixing it. I think a lot of aspects of this game are amazing. That's why so many people play Animal Jam. I think that we could just add in some new features, fix up some things that are kind of damaged, and just altogether make Jamaa a greater place and make it better for non-members.
Again.
15 seconds to refute. Bepper starting now.
Well, actually, again, like you said, I've actually been playing since the beta, and I've seen Animal Jam grow, and I have more experience in this field than I believe you do. And yeah, I quit Animal Jam, but that's because I have outside perspectives. I've played other games with a more mature audience and a more professional staff, and I've learned a lot of things from those games as well during that time off.
All right. Well, guys, that was a very interesting experience, in my opinion. Bepper and Julian are doing their Animal Jam dance handshake. That's pretty great. But you know what? Don't let this friendly competition fool you. There is some tension building. There is a lot of tension building. People are taking sides. This is going to be one of the most legendary elections of Animal Jam history, and I am going to be the hottest host. This concludes the first Animal Jam presidential debate, but we're gonna have you guys comment below your thoughts on this debate. The comments section on this video is going to be very important. I need you guys to do a couple of things for me. 1, comment below who you're voting for, or who you think won the debate. 2, let us know some of your perspectives on these issues. So anyways, thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and also don't forget to check out the link in the description, which will be the official poll of the election between JULIAN2 and Bepper. All right, say bye, guys.
Goodbye, guys.
Bye.